Hello there, Winter Trainer here, welcoming you to our first Week 3 match. It's actually currently Thursday, so or all on the East Coast it's Friday, so we can say it's Week 3 already. But we got an early match because, like I said in our last two videos, Noah is gone for the week, so he wanted to get the match in early. And once again, since Noah's gone, I got Austin with me.
Austin of the Louisville Crowbats. Here for the third straight game, I think.
Yep. Okay. Let's get straight into this match. I'll put on normal speed for now. And we begin off with a very interesting lead. Circuitry, yes, is a huge threat to his team. And I sort of get the lead, but I just feel like at this point, you're just crossing your fingers that Pelipper is the lead when that's almost too risky for Noah just to start off with. Because he could lead off with really anything like Rotom or Gardevoir or Xurkitree, and that would scare out the Pelipper, and maybe in Xurkitree's case, it could set up on it. So I think it was not the best lead by him, though I understand it with Pelipper being possible lead. And I think the Flygon was very optimal. It
Yeah,
allowed him to start off with a
yeah,
U-turn, anything like that, and if Xurkitree was the lead, then he scares it out. So, good lead by Noah.
yeah, definitely.
And then we can just get straight into this. I mean, switching in on the Earthquake was smart. He probably should have U-turned there, but at the same time, you can't risk. Well, no, U-turning there would have been almost too risky. Because if Circuitry stays and it sets up, it's looking bad.
Yeah, you don't have much checks for Zuckertrick.
Yeah, really, all he's got for it is Amogus, which takes quite a bit from a tail glowed up Circuitry, or Revenge Killing with Kingdra.
Yeah,
Or Flygon at this point. But here in just the beginning of the game, it starts out pretty fine. Both coaches' signs. Mimo predicts the Toxic, which was good. Really nice play with the Rotom, but not too consequential. And as we keep going here, we see in comes the Trace Gardevoir. Definitely a nice set. Allows you to get some HP. I think it works like that when it copies the Regenerator, but either way. We see the Protect here on the Amoonguss. Definitely interesting bring. The only reason I could think he brought it, maybe to get leftovers recovery every once in a while, but the burn negates that now.
for
Uh,
scouting.
yeah. Or
But
I guess scouting for moves too. That's always nice, but I feel like he could have brought something else. And the only other reason could be high jump kick for Blaziken, which there's no reason he'd use that on him. Here we see the Xurkitree go for Tail Glow, and he reveals that he's the Shuckaberry.
very good
Now,
brain.
yeah, that's amazing prep on Milo's part. Uh, Eliminates the Flygon, which is the one of two things that could possibly stop the Xurkitree. And I guess looking back, I'm almost curious to why he didn't just go for, uh, or well, I guess he wasn't set up at the beginning, so it makes sense.
No, he was at +4, I think.
I mean, turn one. I was thinking, why didn't he just stay in and dazzling gleam the Flygon? But yeah, well played with the Circuitry set. Whoops, I was skipping through. I really though at this point they have really bulky teams. I'm on turn 21 right now. They have we see a really good play here on turn 21 where he heals up the Zergatry, which is huge because Zergatry is obviously his win condition. Noah doesn't have a lot of switch-ins to it at all at this point. At +3, his only switch-in is Amoonguss. Here we see he sacks off the Pelipper to get rain up. Now, he still got the rain up, even if he didn't sack it there. It was already up. So, probably the best thing to do there, rather than sacking Pelipper, would be to preserve Pelipper for rain and sack the Porygon. Which, I mean, it sucks losing Porygon, but risking losing rain for the rest of the match when Kingdra's your win condition is sort of not. I want to do that there. It's not the best thing to do. And then here on turn 25, we see probably the biggest turn of the match. Because at this point, if he doesn't kill the Xurkitree here with Kingdra, he basically loses. Uh, there's not much the rest of his bulky core can do to beat Alomomola or Rotom Wash. And we find out the reason. Later, Noah explained he brought expert belts on Kingdra instead of water plate or mystic water. And right here, it cost him hugely because basically that's the game right there. Although we do see the Mungus lives here and is able to get the kill. But other than that, it ends up, I mean, not to spoil anything, but it ends up just being a stalling match here until the end where he eventually is able to kill off Noah's last three Mons. I can't remember if Noah picks up another kill. I think. Oh yeah, no, he does right here with the slow bro. Or
Oh,
is that
yeah,
later
yeah.
in a bit?
I don't really understand why he decided to stay, keep his stay, why he stayed leading with his Blaziken right now.
Yeah, definitely weird. We see that. Did I skip over it already? Did he? Or no, he still had the leftovers there.
You know,
Yeah, it was definitely weird sacking up the Blaziken there when it beats the other two Mons, and when switching out from that knockoff, it just basically heals it all back off. So sacking Blaziken there almost made no sense. Especially when you got switch-ins like Alamomola. So yeah, just going through this end part, we can skip through a little bit, honestly. It's really just become stall. Because Mimo's trying to break this bulky regenerator core, and Noah's trying to break his regenerator core. Well, it's just Alamomola, but if you don't have something to kill Alamomola, you're probably not going to kill it unless you kill everything else first.
or PB stall, which would take forever.
Yeah. Which Noah could have done if he somehow didn't get toxic on the Slowbro, but that was inevitable.
Yeah,
So many mons are toxic in this match.
about everything status.
Yep. Once again, we see another toxic here with the Mungus. But like I said, there's not much Noah can do here. He's just praying for maybe a crit or really just some something in his favor. Maybe killing the Alamomola here. I mean, if Alamomola didn't have Protect, then maybe he could have won. But
Ah,
still, at this point, there's not much he can do. So here we see he tricks the choice specs over to the Slowbro. Or which one obtained the choice specs there in turn? I can never read that well. Either way, he got a choice specs on his Gardevoir now. Or the Slowbro obtained choice specs.
yeah, I thought slow. I think he tricked it on slow, bro. Which, I mean, that was Noah's only win con because he had to calm mine slow, bro. If it didn't get toxic,
Yeah.
he might have won with that. But after it had tricked the choice specs on did, it was GG there for sure.
Yeah, there's not much Noah can do. Just skipping through here basically. Once it gets toxic, it's just game. Like there's no way he wins here. And yeah, ends up as
Special
a 1-0 for Mimo. What was that?
special Mandibus set was really
Oh yeah, skipping through this, I forgot to even mention that the nasty plot. Why does it keep doing that? The nasty plot Mandibus set was an amazing bring. Uh, I don't know how well it would have done if Kingdra stayed alive with the Swift Swim, but having bringing a special Mandibuzz is always going to throw the coach off guard. Like it's a possible bring, but who's honestly going to actually bring that to a league match and use it right? So it was a great bring by Mimo, and when you look at this overall, I'd say he Mimo prepped fantastically. Like his Zerkatry tore apart Noah's team, which I mean that's gonna happen when you bring Rain against Zerkatry, but it could have worked out if he just brought the right item on Kingdra. It's possible he could have won, but we'll never know. That 7% live ended up being Noah's demise, and yeah, with on Noah's side, I get all the stuff he brought. I think it like Circuitry tore him apart, but he had stuff to revenge kill it. He just didn't expect the Shucka Berry, which it's hard to expect that. If he didn't have that Shucka Berry there, maybe Noah could have won also. It's a lot of it's just theory mining at that point. But it was overall a well played match by
cool to see.
both
I think
sides.
Noah's worst mistakes was sacking off Pelipper because he kind of needed the rain. And then I guess the moral of this game is to always check your teams before the game starts.
Yeah, definitely. I know personally the main problem I've had is maybe forgetting to put in EVs. So I've definitely gotten in the habit of right before a match, go through all six mons, make sure I don't have an extra 8 EVs missing here or 200 there, or maybe an item missing. Is if you do that before a match and just give yourself a solid maybe 5 minutes just to look through their team, make sure everything's good. Because sometimes those last minute changes, maybe even a whole Pokemon, could end up swaying the match drastically in your favor. So yeah, any last words for you, Austin?
Nah, not really. I just didn't really. This was a long game to watch.
Yeah, definitely. They both had a lot of like even though Circuitry tore apart Noah's team, it was a really solid match. Like
Yeah. Well,
Slowbro, Amoonguss, P2, that's hard to break. Except
offensive.
with Mimo Stall.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Went down early.
that's a nice GG for both of them. Mimo picking up his first win of the season at 1-2, and Noah his first loss at 2-1. So going forward, the main thing I'd like to see is Mimo to take this win and use his momentum to go forward. 1-2 isn't an awful start. It could be worse. You could be 0-3. So getting that win, he sort of is trying to see what mods on his team he knows how to use well and are effective. Zerkatry in this match, for example, bringing the Shuckaberry, his prep has been definitely getting better. And just like to see him cut back on a few if he plays, like sacking the Blaziken. And other than that, I think he played fairly well. And then on Noah's side, maybe like to see him. I know I even was one to suggest bringing the Rain team to him, but looking back, maybe not the best thing versus Circuitry. Like I know you can't predict Shuckaberry, but having one of your two counters to it die so early, it there's not much you can do.
But
So yeah,
looking at the overall matchup, the rain might not have been such a bad bring if which he decided not to.
yeah, Rain definitely was effective in this matchup. Just if you brought the right item,
Yeah.
maybe even Life Orb. Like I know he doesn't like Life Orb, and it's not always the best to be losing health in a league match. Health is your most valuable thing on a Pokemon, and giving it away for a little extra damage isn't always the best. But in this match, it
It
would have
worked out.
prevented risking, like, the expert belt wouldn't have been a problem because you'd have Life Orb, and that's better than both of them damage wise. So, yeah, maybe with that, just, I guess, like we're saying, check your items or bring an item like Life Orb where you don't have to worry about is this stab move going to do more versus this Pokemon or whatever. So, yeah, that'll be a GG for our first week 3 match of the week, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.